as it turns out, and it is going to be Sumail playing the Tusk mid. How do you feel about the drafts?
Yeah, it's something that was picking up last patch already, and interestingly enough, we've had some discussions with good friend of the show, Gunner, about the Tusk, right? The Tusk versus the Keeper of the Light. This was a hero that he actually thought was pretty good versus Coddle because you can actually chase it down, and you have the Snowball, Blinding Light, Snowball for the Illuminate. Some pretty decent interactions, but mostly just like trying to catch him. You have that big burst damage in the mid game when you're the core mid, where you might actually just be able to kill this Coddle. And I was surprised to see it coming mid. I thought that maybe it was going to be Jabs again, playing the Coddle on the offlane. They try to do some shenanigans there, but yeah, RML just needs to just totally snowball this game like any mid Coddle does.
Right, and the one danger and the big thing that's like the elephant in the room here is you don't have that small camp to work with anymore. Panel talked about on Dire's side, you can retreat back to the jungle, the little Death Valley area up and to the left. But that doesn't necessarily secure you the same type of acceleration of farm that you would want. We did see also in the mid lane there for just a second, Sumail was trying to feint like he placed a ward, dropped one on the ground, and they picked that one up on Kuro after the fact as they place a ward down in one position where it actually doesn't see the ward there, rather the rune. But DJ going to be blocked off by the shards, toss up. Oh my goodness. GH saves the day. And DJ from the low ground, 1 miss, 2 miss. Can they bring him down? No. DJ gets out of there.
I'll just do a little run back to the base here. Not too bad. So no first blood yet. And I don't think any mix-ups here. It looks like everyone's just going to go where their roles are bound to take them here. So, yeah, the big thing, though, definitely that Dire side impact, as you were saying before. I don't know if you could run in like a bad matchup per se. Like I don't even know if you just want to be a mid Radiant Coddle. I feel like now without the small camp, like you said, like you need this Dire side. But they also have a Templar Assassin, and of course Palos. He's gonna want stacks. He's gonna want Ancients too. So, jeez, yo, punch him.
Dude, that's dangerous. That's a lot of damage coming in from the old ET, man. Januel having a really good time. The mullet is too strong, as are his punches. God, I love that man's hair. But yeah,
he needs to play Omni. Omni has a great mullet cosmetic, and the hero's good now. So, I mean, I think the hero was good before anyway, but still, yeah.
You know, when you're telling me that you don't want to play Dire side Coddle out of the mid lane, if I'm going to be honest, I don't want to play core Coddle anywhere. I mean, it just feels like it's just got so heavily nerfed. I want to see if RML can make it look good. I don't think at least we've seen any yet amongst the entire matches that have gone on at the tournament so far. And there were some interesting little things like the level 10 Talon -2 seconds Illuminate cooldown, but the Spirit Form duration increase, the cooldown on it, all these things mean that you don't have that same like constant snowball presence that this hero had before. But RML was one of the best of them before. Maybe he's got some sauce here to work with.
And, you know, there's a lot of things that are still there. The hero still farms like crazy. Probably one of the fastest that you can get. It's very reminiscent of like old school Broodmother that I think of in terms of just like crushing the mid lane, eating every camp up. That's sort of what you're trying to do. But then you have the added global mobility that Broodmother never had, since you're always like locked to your webs. So you just come in, you nuke people, you try and assist on the kills. It's still a very interesting role. So RML will definitely be looking to prove that it is still viable. In the bottom lane, a toss back. Crow aims towards the creeps, though. DJ not able to get him all the way over to jab, so not enough tower shots for the kill.
That might have been that nerf that came out from the toss. Again, just a little bit less distance there at those early levels. Regardless, still some good pressure and damage on there. And the other elephant in the room that we've kind of been talking about has been this Coddle and how worth it is it to sort of give this creep up, or rather this hero up. I was wondering if he was going to take over the...
I'm watching, dude. I'm watching.
Flag Bear Chen.
yeah. I knew that's what you were thinking.
Doesn't look like Kuro's taking it right now, but it's a lot of good regen. And it looks like, no, they're just going to decide to take it themselves. As we saw the stacks getting built up by RML in the jungle, they're working to get him a nice inflated bank account.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they got tangos, they got headdress already. It's more important to get the gold right now in their eyes, and, well, more important to get some kills.
Well, still trying to get active. GH pops the Fairy Fire, a couple more punches. The turnaround, and the ET, will he fall too? One more punch? No, Fairy Fire there too. Okay, so
that's
they
costly,
survive.
though. Does he have like a salve that he bought? Ooh, did he bring
No.
any regen though? No.
Palos did not.
Yeah. Oh, his courier was already on the run. Never mind. I see. His courier's almost here with the salve and the tangos. We're
Got
fine.
it.
But
That would've been
not a
real
lot of
bad otherwise.
turnaround potential with these two heroes, right? Like TA and ET, like you have to hit the stomp. TA has nothing to help you in these situations, so it's not easy for them to punish the low HP of GH and MC right now.
Does Armel get the double stack? It does look like he will there. So triple on these camps and no vision nearby for Nigma Galaxy. They should know that this type of stuff is coming their direction, and actually still coming in with some solid denies. 10 denies by Sumail on this Tusk.
Yeah, I mean, he's just playing tight in the wave. He's dodging a lot of the Illuminate damage with the snowballs, and just, you know, he's a beefy hero overall, so you can see why this matchup works well for the Tusk. The question is, will he be able to invade and actually contest the stacks? And as a hero, he definitely can. Will he have allies that are willing to do it with him? That's yet to be seen. Bottom lane, been watching a lot of what DJ's been up to. He's just been nonstop body blocking the small camp and ensuring that they keep the block on the hard camp there too. So Kuro really having a hard time trying to get much done as a Chen. He's not really playing Chen. He's just kind of in the lane and helping DreamSL get the farm started, which is all fine, but you're not getting a big benefit out of this hero that you typically want in the early game.
Oh, man. Hook just
Not even
barely off the
close.
mark there on Paulos. Almost got him.
Shaved a whisker or two, you know?
Yeah. They also saw while that was going on, though, the Tusk came on in, contested the stacks, and also stole some from the medium camp. So Sumail not only denying out Armel's farm in the lane, but also messing with it a little bit here in the jungle.
Oh, and GH gets there in time, too, to take the bounty rune away. And steals some XP as he stalks this Keeper of the Light. Jab's getting low in the bomb lane at the same time, though. We keep our eyes on that. And GH, oh, he's pulling it out of the Illuminate.
Dude, that was sick. I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, it's so personalized and, like, perfectly timed, all this stuff. And GH doesn't have the mana quite yet for the Fade Bolt, but he's still trading these ones away. And Sumail, going to finish him off? No.
Oh, no.
Doesn't get all of them.
You got one, though.
Meanwhile, bottom lane, DreamSL has to time walk, dodges the damage from jabs. DJ playing together with them, and they get a little bit of separation. So a really good recognition, I think, from both teams of like what Fnatic feel like they need to do. They need to sort of get this Coddle mega farmed, and likewise, Nigma Galaxy coming in to contest that and stop that from happening a little bit.
Looks like with GH gone, though, MC had to go all the way back home before making his way back to the lane. Immediately comes back and hooks the catapult, though. Always feels great on a Pudge. And the wave looks like it's going to be closing on the tower again here. Nothing that Palace can really do about this. So MC's going to get a couple free waves, which, you know, a Pudge player loves to see.
And yeah, Palos going straight in for the treads as DJ's courier a bit far out, mind control. Keeping this pressure onto Palos as they're still playing around that ward, but eventually with the rotation over from DJ, will it be enough?
I don't know. He
Doesn't
still
look
wand?
like it. They have a
Pretty
toss
tanky.
back, but the rotation comes in from Sumail. They find the Tiny. No armor on this guy. Mind control kills off DJ with a little bit of help from GH. They find Paulos too. Dude, Sumail, he's making some solid rotations here.
Yeah, that just feels like the pressure of maybe not being able to do anything bottom lane brings DJ up top. And I mean, he did a good job securing an early start for Jabs, right? By like controlling the waves and ensuring that there's going to be a lot of space from the farm. And that's been great for Jabs. But when your first rotation to the top results in a death like that and, you know, kind of baiting Palos into death as well, that is not great versus a Pudge. That's just Flesh Heap coming on out.
Yeah, that's what allows this hero to really snowball out of control. 7-minute mark. And immediately, Kuro, after taking over the mid lane for a little bit, starts to go to jungle and getting a lot of farm going on with this range creep of his. The piercing damage is so nice. Can they get this kill bottom? Yes, they will. Armel moves in, finishes off.
Actually insane to me, like, neutral items. Like, +5 all attributes. You know what I mean? Like, that's... When you only have, like Kuro only has, like, 30 strike. He's at +5, you know? It's like... He had like 10% increase in his total HP. But he did pass it back over to Sumail there, so it's okay. But yeah, a very important kill in the bottom lane, obviously. Popping out that coil. Double null and treads. Jabs is a frightening figure. Just being stable in the lane, trying to slow down DreamSL's farm, and still not to level 6 yet.
He's got to be careful. Armel has stuck around here, and if they get the right angle, they're looking. TP comes out from Sumail. That stops the pressure. Chase forward. He's almost got 6, has it now. But they immediately back away on the rest of Fnatic. So heads up play.
Yeah, with that TP canceled, though, they could theoretically continue this pressure. DJ instead just wants to run over here and secure himself a bounty rune.
Sumail.
Snowball mid onto Armel with the Tumbler's Toy, though.
Going in, has to back out. GH was playing a little bit of interrupt. Jabs has coil back up again. And Sumail too far out here. He is really tanky, though. DJ moves in. All right, with 4 heroes, yeah, he's going to be gone. So Sumail takes a little bit of a dive, gives up his life. And Nigma, Galaxy try to get some pressure on the other lanes after the mid just gets brought down.
I mean, that gives a little bit of space to dream himself, but I mean, Jabs is immediately just right back down here. I think a bit greedy to try and snowball at that point without a lot of allies, right? Versus like bots and Tumbler Toy. Maybe not expecting that much of a gap to be formed. Armel rotating up top here with DJ here. They're going to try a Ava into toss back, but no, Armel's not joining him. He's just going to farm. Okay.
Back to the job.
Yeah, busy. Oh, GH.
We'll run into GH. And they get him. Illuminate. Didn't have a pushback while Paulos dies to this Sumail rotation. So with DJ coming in to help secure the kill onto GH, that sets up for the TA's death.
Looks
so
like
constant trades.
He just walked up and ulted her, from what I can tell. That's what gets you. No hook required.
What player? I mean, it takes a real something special to just let them walk up and ult you. So.
Well, you know, when the Tusk is showing up for the big damage, you're not expecting it necessarily. You think you're safe, but those refractions aren't going to last long versus Pudge. And now having the full hood complete, and this is a great hood game. I mean, look at that enemy team. That is so much magic damage.
Jabs doesn't have anything. The time dilation wrecking face right here. And the snowball means you cannot get away. Wow, Faceless Void, pretty good against Puck.
Turns out, huh? An instant smoke up as well from GH and Sumail. They want to keep this pressure up, see if they can hunt down some of these heroes in that Dire jungle. Knows that they got a farm. Dire scan, they missed the entrance, thought maybe they were smoking that way. They know they're coming the other avenue, though.
Alos isn't going to get a... Yeah, they're fine. They're not going to catch anybody here. And in fact, if they're not careful, they might just get stomped on. Interrupted. Well played by GH. And now, a chance for a turn. So they end up getting the kill after a little bit of a failed gank. That's interesting.
And this is after Fnatic knew what was coming. Like, they drew the line. They saw exactly what was going on. That's why they scanned one direction and they just kind of stood there to block the other. And despite a botched shards in terms of, like, blocking out the staircase, still find that kill. And DJ's still level 5 right now, by the way. We'll be 6 in a moment. There we go. But unfortunately, Tiny, not a support that, like, pops off at level 6. You know, this is not your Snapfire or something where you're immediately into comeback zone. No,
it's going to be a while for him. And meanwhile, you take a look at the other hero that's somewhat farmed in this game. Kuro on this Chen has the mechanism done. Obviously, this item got buffed in the last patch for some reason, but has Hand of God now on top of the mechanism. Like, it's time to go for Chen.
Yeah, he might not have got to play Chen at the beginning of the game with all the camps being blocked, but he's making his way there now. He had a little bit of breathing room with all the kills his allies are getting. Oh, but he's way back now in mind control.
Hand of God, that healing over time. They break the coil. Will it be enough, though? The stomp, it's there to interrupt, but they do have enough damage to finish him. Armel, the snowball, chase to get away, actually. And Sumail ends up getting the kill and then getting out. Kuro will die here. So 2 for 1 in the end, and Fnatic make a very solid read of the situation and punish hard.
Yeah, no cares if DJ dies. Sorry, DJ. I mean, it would be nice for him to get his blink faster, but all that matters is trying to slow down the push and the pressure that Nigma can put out right now because, you know, there's a mechanism, there's a Pudge who wants to stack it up. And what's... Is he maybe coming? Or no, that's just his full up. I mean, he has, like, Bracer, Wand. He's filling up the inventory, you know, just go to Soul Ring, Wand, Hood, yeah, okay. He's pretty stacked.
It's the way to be.
Happy to be in the dead lane. There's no solar bind, so well, let's see how much damage they can get on him. Oh, there's
it's all 4. Okay. Yeah, they're on top of him. Stick charges, dodging damage, and 4 heroes. Doesn't matter. Can't stop mind control. Big boy.
That's a
But
big
that
rotation force, considering they didn't even have coil, though.
That's true. I hope
They're
it
running
wakes
into
up
each other in the
another
river.
hero. Shards. Catches Armel. Snowball in. Is he gone too far this time, though? GH is there. Gets the silence out. Still very tanky on the Tusk. Breaks on the coil. Pushback. Sumail in trouble. The Stomp not going to connect on a DJ, but it's not quite enough damage to kill off Sumail. Jabs will not jaunt forward. He thought about it. And immediately graced by a regen.
That's a bit tough. Tough to deal with there. Just goes right back to farming. Nice play from Fnatic, though. This idea, I like the fact that they're trying to battle them, and they had a potential to get there, like the coil punish on there, and just slight little misses. And Dreamer's also joining in early, right? Like having this chrono, threatening that he's gonna do something. Sees Armel. Does he have the damage here?
God, he hit it so slow. And actually, lift. A couple more punches, it's enough. With the help from his team, he gets there. Sumail chases in, finds DJ, tries to toss away. Dreamless can't get close enough to bring down that Tusk. Or excuse me, the Tiny.
Yeah, just need a little bit of help right at the end there, right? Plus the Stoling Waning Rift was a nice little boon in terms of some bonus damage there. Now having the Avalanche as well on GH, that's my favorite spell to seal, I would say, right now, just because it's like constantly Tinies in the game, and it's just so ridiculous with Arcade Supremacy. It's actually dumb how good Avalanche is.
And the range on it just feels insane.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
It's like a mini Ravage.
Yeah.
Well, in the meantime, Dreamless stepping up forward is a trap in waiting. Finds him. Everything dropped down, and does he get out? Hand of God? No. Jabs, good job holding that waning rift. On the other side, Kuro dies to DJ.
Yeah, they just have too much consistent control if there's no one else nearby, right? If there's no like snowball save to come out or something like that. And they're playing their lineup exactly how they need to right now from Fnatic, pressuring in here towards this tower. They have the catapult. Palos happy to finally sort of like win this lane. Took a while, but if if we get to the 1v1s, this is the goal: destroy the tower.
There you go. Oh right, I forgot. That's how that works. DJ gonna get pummeled, just beaten up by a walrus. God, broke into a bunch of shards. That's very, very traumatic.
A walrus that still has a haste rune as well here. And is that a finished BKB? My goodness. I mean, he is top of the board, even out farming the Keeper of the Light. Armel's been busy,
Oh yeah.
Also, Armel with the hashtag 4Raven, much like the hashtag 4Misha power up. That has worked well for OG. So
true.
We'll see if it can power up this Coddle enough.
I mean, they definitely need it. Because again, we talked about this. It's just not quite the same hero when it takes that much longer to get the ball rolling on the Coddle. Can't stay. I mean, I maybe they still like last patch stay above Sumail as. Oh my God, they just killed Dreamless top.
He's just alone.
Yeah, Jabs. They're hunting this. Dude, that Centaur. They were there. They combo it. Oh! Kuro, he's the one that gets the kill in the end, too. I'll take that. Dude, he waited on the freaking orb.
That was nasty.
That was sick.
It's not often you get the Centaur punishing a puck. Like, come on now. Kuro, relax a little bit here. The old man, he's still got it, He might not have the fastest fingers, but he's got the anticipation, and that's what it takes.
The smoked up Centaur, so he couldn't see it. That's nuts. So a much closer game than I feel like we've had in a lot of our other series. That's pretty exciting. 11-8. It feels like a lot of times, when the patch first comes out, there's a couple of stomps here and there, but as the teams get a better understanding of it, then it stops being as much the sort of one-way stomps. But I don't know. Maybe I'm going to be cursing it, and it's all going to switch around here in a second.
I think part of the issues right now for Nigma is definitely just like getting Dreamcell into the game. There's a lot of great vision right now, as you can see from Fnatic. They have ward by the Roche, they have ward up in the triangle, they have ward in the Radiant jungle, so they know exactly where everyone on Nigma is at the moment, and they're just kind of farming up, waiting. And they know Sumail's very alone if they can actually punish here.
Takes off the Mel, dodges the burst. Armel tries to get out of there. He's already used all of his abilities, though. Sumail in trouble, and none of his team there to help him. Pops the BKB. That's not the reveal he wants, but it might be enough to get him out. Buying space, getting time. The Chrono, the turn. Dreamless still finds him, but the Avalanche to interrupt. They've got Hook for round 2. Can they bring down anybody? No, the Hook. The Force Staff was there. He wasn't ready. Sumail's still living. His Jabs tries to chase him. Wants to go in for the punch. Dreamless still hoping to help, but there's nothing there. Back on the land of the living heroes, Palos, the sub, he gets brought down.
Refraction.
So a 1-for-1 exchange. As Nigma, do they go for any more? Jabs did not get hit by that time dilation. Mind Control still willing to go in, and he finds it. He gets the hook now onto Armel. Stomp to try and interrupt. Avalanche onto 3. Toss.
Run.
Follow.
Run. We're low on damage. Run.
From the big fat man.
I like how Jabs
They will back out.
He's just like chucking stones at this guy as he runs away. He's like, yeah, that's right. You better run. Vanguard Pudge. Literally taking 0 damage at the moment. But so in the end, we lose Tusk, we lose TA. That fight would have went worse if the coil had connected on Sumail. He ended up dodging it with a snowball, so that's what caused Jabs to take a little bit longer on that kill, and then that obviously helps bring down Palos on the other side because they had that time to just focus him. And then, you know, you see this poor Rot. MC just walks on him. Refraction gone in an instant. Not a great match. An excellent Pudge pick as well, again, because like we saw at Arlington, a lot of teams going for this Pudge versus the Puck in terms of the mid matchup. But then throughout the game, obviously it's some nuisance because it's very hard to just burst them down. And then versus the TA, you just don't get to play Dota. A little bit, you know, both ways, though, as you're obviously a low armor hero.
Well, and the other thing to kind of watch for is the changeup here has not decided to go for the Aghanim Scepter first, going Blink instead with the Vanguard in the hood and going Ags next. So there's still a lot of room left to grow here for Nigma Galaxy. And for Fnatic, kind of waiting for what their next move is. Because, again, you're not seeing that like sort of snowball out of control type of game from them that you might expect. Now, there is a trap in here.
Ooh, true. And no sentry, but I mean, it's versus the TA, so they're going to know. Probably has so many sentries. Could maybe afford to drop one down, but...
yeah. Wait, are they... I mean, they throw out the stomp, a little snowball to dodge it, but the rest of the team moving in, they have vision up on the high ground, and Mind Control says, fine, we'll take the fight. Waiting for him. Jabs. Gets a little bit of separation. Mind Control chasing, and the hook is there. He knew it. Dismember, round 2. Can he get away? Snowball in. Chase, the stun, the punch, dead. Chrono onto both. They've got Palos trying to kill DJ first. That's the save that would have been there, but Palos gets the blink out. So, Nigma Galaxy, after moving in for Roche, they take the fight, win it up big. Oh my god.
There's still more?
Dude, they baited this so well. That's sick. Armel, does he manage to get away? The snowball, the death coming your direction. Armel eventually killed. Dude, they could have dropped the sentry ward down, but the trap being in there actually helped them out.
Yeah, and in the time frame of buying his Blink Dagger, he's already made 600 gold. It just arrived to Sumail. So you try and contest again, you're definitely getting hopped on. And DJ dying there too. Unfortunately, he tried to blink in to toss out Jabs to try and save him from that. That's why he went down and got chronoed in the attempts of the saving grace. So nice stable play from Nigma here. It's exactly what you want to do, right? You go for the Roche with your Chen army. You're willing to fight the whole time. And MC's just on point. Hits that hook on the puck. Controlling that top space there. And they just can't handle him right now. He's too strong.
It's showing a lot of the reasons why this hero is such a great answer for that puck, for sure. And Mind Control having a field day in this one. See this replay here.
Yeah,
I
this
mean,
was the blink up right to like. Look at how he's just controlling. Like they put this ward down. They know they're gonna D-ward, and like I know that you know that we have wards here, but just that coverage again, showing that Puck's maybe not as slippery as we like to think, right? You know, between the Centaur catching him, we got Hooks catching him on the orb out. Yeah,
and he's gone blink. Like this is
Maybe
supposed
he's
to be
got-
that very survivable build.
gotta learn the matchup, maybe, huh? Is that what it is? This is a knowledge check. No, okay,
It's
obviously,
a tough one.
they have very good tools this game, so it's a little bit tougher for Jabs, and he's a slightly under
Oh,
farm
no.
because he's off lane.
Ooh. Palos Shards not quite gonna hold him in place. Good blink out there. That was one of those moments. If you're not watching your hero, you're dead.
Yeah, that's very disappointing to buy double blink and miss that kill still.
Dreamcell? Oh no. They get the kill on a Puck, but he might be in some trouble here. Put to sleep, Avatos. Oh no.
Woo.
Oh, that was rough.
Well, that was unexpected. To be the Aegis hero and die twice for a off-lane Puck?
Okay, can they recover? Losing heroes left, right, and center. GH able to bait it. Use that phase shift. Dies in the end of the Puck. Now Puck, jabs, coil, onto 3. Dude, if they had blinding light, they've got it. Try to push him out of there. Break the coil. It only hits onto 1, but it's a good one to get. Kuro dead. Sumail now trying to find Armel, see if they can finish him, but the great silence, mind control, comes in for the completion. Just decides, I don't want to be here anymore, and there's nothing to break it. So a really weird exchange for Nigma Galaxy. And if, yeah, I mean, you wonder what would have been if they would have been able to D-ward that.
Oh, that's nice, though. I mean, you know, only 2 points in the aura so far, but having the Veil here from Januel, right? Like, trying to cut through this damage. Like, they know they have damage issues, so doing everything they can here. Couldn't get a toss back that does not matter. Okay, Veil Dota, ladies and gentlemen.
Dude, it's very strong. Like, you need to find some other magic resistance or something going out from these guys because you're just getting rocked.
Okay, I thought he was just a god, but they have a ward directly on mind control GH because he just phase shifted that hook, and I was like, what the hell? But yeah, that's just vision right there.
That's fair. Creeps can't phase shift though.
So what happened to their lead here, Gabe? Because guess what, Fnatic, you know, they just stalled out your Aegis. You threw it away. You died twice. Now Baron control the side of the map. Great fight with the Earth Splitter and the combination of the Veil cutting through this damage. Tusk and Pudge kind of stalling out a little bit here, and he didn't go for a Deso or something like that. So because he went for this Blink Dagger, which I think is fine, since it's a crazy amount of damage already. It's relatively squishy heroes on Fnatic, and you have this defensive option of the Hand of God. The Blink's good, but when you miss a bunch of kills, right, and then you end up feeding after this Blink Dagger, then it feels pretty bad.
It's a true statement. It's really tough. You know what I feel like that happened in that moment as Nigma, again, underneath the ward, a little bit scary there. You know, Dreamcell goes in, tries to get the solo kill on a Puck. Things go wrong. And he's like, guys, you can fight. It's fine. Don't worry about it. They used all their spells on me. And then it just all hell broke loose. That's what it felt like in that moment where they're like, yeah, we can go in and fight.
That's pretty
did
accurate.
not work out so well.
And like DJ actually has a good purpose now, like with his Blink Dagger and the combination of the Veil, the Solar Bind, as well as the ET Aura. Like he is more relevant than you're usually going to have from a Tiny at this point in the game. Even if he's not getting crazy tossback plays, just his raw damage output is actually very useful.
DJ has been oftentimes, as we both know, covering Southeast Asia, just like the absolute rock of this team. That dual offlane that they've got with him and Jabs is something special, and they're set up to be the playmakers to make it happen again. We'll see if they can do it in this one. Nigma needing to come up with some answers here as they will smoke up. Does not look like they're going to find anybody. Fnatic very spread out, farming the entire map.
Oh, DJ, the good read too. He's out of there.
Yep.
These TA traps helping out as well, of course. I got vision all over the place. No one's there for a while. Maybe kind of knowing there's a smoke happening.
Yule's finish for the Puck. Trying to become that slippery hero.
TP down bottom from GH. Jabs jumps him.
That was a stolen Waning Rift. Still trying to kill. Might go for it, dude. Jabs. What a monster. This dude. It's not gonna. This was never gonna be good. Oh my God, GH just outplayed him so hard. Oh man.
Where did he even go? Did he? I don't even see what happened. I don't even know what he did.
Oh, let me get that replay in a second. I mean, if nothing else, that waning rift play was so sick. I don't know if he actually sold the phase shift. That might have been what it was too. Meanwhile, Pudge down bottom. Mind control finds the hook, gets him. Kuro and friends nearby starts to beat on Palos. It's a very dead guy. Mind control now looks for more. DJ in trouble. And Fnatic, over the course of the last few minutes, have thrown away so much of the lead that they had been slowly and steadily building up together. Sumail?
This is one of those situations where, like, okay,
dude, they all are dying. They're literally all dying. What happened?
All right, so this is what happened. It's like the Aegis is coming back up. We're taking a lead. This is good. We need to just like split push, right? Like push these side lanes out. Everyone do your thing. Oh, we have great vision. We know where they are. Traps are everywhere. And then one person goes a little bit too far, and that was Jabs. You know? Okay, so he gets coiled. I couldn't see because I wasn't zoomed in far enough.
That's what it is.
All right, now he gets coiled. Here. Oh, that was his orb. I see. Okay.
Yeah, and then mind control just eats him.
Yeah.
Big plays.
That explains it.
Little help from his friends.
Yeah. Yep. Gotcha. Okay, so we ate him and he blinked over. That makes way more sense. I was very confused. Thank you, replay. My day is saved.
It's interesting, right? Because you kind of have the duality. First, it happens with Dreamocell, where he dives in under the tier 2 tower, everything goes crazy. And then you have it here where it's Jabs that dives under the tier 2 tower for the kill now onto the Rubik. And then everybody on Fnatic dies over the next, like, minute and a half.
And now GH has a Lotus Orb, so he can't even get jumped by Jabs right now.
Yeah. Yeah, GH
That's a problem.
Yeah, he's on one.
Huh. Snowball save. We have the munching the friend with dismember. Now all we need is a telekinesis on GH, and it's gonna be really hard to jump anyone in this game.
Smoke on smoke.
But oh, it's a big Roche. It's a long Roche.
They're gonna run into him. Sumail, the first one caught. Is he gonna be the next one to feed? Snowball trying to wait for the rest of his team to get here in time. Good silence. He gets the blink out. Dreamocell finds DJ. And in the meantime, Paulos, BKB, and Refraction starting to wear down low, but get some separation.
Sumail,
they
dead.
chase down. Sumail is dead, but a good Chrono finds both of those cores. Blinding Light pushes a couple out of there, but Dreamocell with the bashes, with the finish. They bring down another. GH, can he find any more? Doesn't quite look like it. Hook, Armel, does the do-si-do, says goodbye, and can't get there to break the TP in the end. So 2 for 1.
I think Palos was dead anyway, but Armel actually bounced MC out of the Chrono, so then he could walk around and start killing Palos with the rot.
Yeah.
But I think he was close enough anyway that it might not have mattered. Yeah, it was a noble attempt to try and save his carry. It's all you could really do is the coddle. But again, good news for Fnatic. It is long Roche.
Right. Chrono will probably be close to backup by the time the battle's
hello.
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 How's it going, buddy?
Hey.
See you later.
Okay, this is why pro players need auto attack turned on. Just saying. Like that, if that ever happened to me as a pro player, I feel like I would just never forgive myself. As much as I hate auto attack, you know what I mean?
True.
Like maybe I should just be A clicking whenever I'm walking through the fog or something.
It's a possibility, especially if you're a bash hero.
Yeah, I mean he had blast rigs, so you get one, right? You gotta hit it on that first one.
Paulos, DJ, they're getting prepped to jump, but do they find him? Dreamocell won't be the one that's caught. Instead, it's Kuro. So the Chen is brought down, and now Jabs messing around with them a bit more. Has the Manta ready to go. Eul's Scepter to buy some more time. And the big turn. Paulos in trouble. Even in the BKB, he can't stand against him. It's way too much damage. DJ has to blink out. GH still chasing, wanting to find somebody here. DJ doesn't have TP for 22. He's got to do his juke and shoes. Get him out of here. Has a force staff, blink back up in 1 second, wants to get out, and he has to buy 10 more seconds here. Jabs playing intercept, hoping to buy some time for his friend. just feeds relentlessly. But they still managed to get DJ out.
He's hanging around. He is going to TP back, though. Unfortunately, that's back to the well. They're in the Roche pit. He will not be here to contest this, which means Fnatic are just going to have to let this one go.
Well, they have the ET aura in there. Dude, he hid the aura creep thing over in that one little section.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Januel going to send it out again. Roche getting low. He does not have the shard, but can they do it? Can they play interrupt here? Snowball? Not going to happen.
Was that Sumail shard? Yeah. Have the Tusk shards now. That's a pretty good one.
Nice.
Best versus Blinks, but hey, it's versus a Templar Assassin, so it's just more instances of damage. Maybe that'll help pay off at some point.
4K gold. That's all that's separating these two teams. Very interesting next couple of minutes here. How do Fnatic deal with this Aegis on the Faceless Void? No tier 2 towers have been taken yet.
Well, I feel like DreamOfCell's unlikely to just feed it away again. I think he'll probably play this a little bit more cautiously with it being the second Aegis. First one, it's a feeding Roche. It's fine. You know, you're just farming. You're trying to start a dumb fight for your team. That's cool. But this one likes to hit high ground if you can. And that's not necessarily like a super timing push right now necessarily for Nigma. Like, I think their heroes still have some potential just based on like the general level of the net worth. But going later and later and later and later, there's quite a few issues for these heroes on the side of Fnatic that you have to contend with. So better to just get things done now.
True. Yeah, don't want to tempt fate and things going south. Scans don't end up connecting there. DreamOfCell does a quick little okey doke dodge. Jabs will take this time to kill off the creep wave. So no backdoor protection taken away, and in the moment, Palos got some good pressure on. Hits that bottom tower. They're still hunting the TA, trying to kill her, but just a little bit of distance away.
Yeah, that vision would have seen him if he didn't meld there.
Yeah.
And he's just outside of Sentry, too. Okay, he got really lucky. Just
That's true. But Palos making space, you know, him coming back in here and clearing that wave. This is something that they need to deal with on Nigma Galaxy. It's going to be the tower almost within deny range because of it.
Bottom tower
looks like Jabs as well has the unassembled Aeon Disc in his inventory here, too. So have that to work with. But, all right, so high ground defense, right? You have ET, you have Tiny, you have a Keeper of the Light who has a Scythe and a Dagon. This is not an easy high ground siege. They really need that, like, bad give up. And where does that happen? Where does somebody die, Lyrical?
In Death Valley, Trent. That's where they die. Is that what you're talking about?
Sometimes. No, I was more so thinking, like, trying to push out a lane, you know? Trying to push out mid.
Yeah,
you know, there's usually one or two heroes.
Ooh,
Save your buddy syndrome comes in.
DreamOfCell looking for an opening. GH. Oh, they went south. You didn't get him. Damn, dude, that would have been huge.
Harmel's even going to get this next wave.
They are... What's interesting is this is the way that Nigma Galaxy used to play. This is how they won TI. Coddle off in the trees, pushing side lanes. GH, eat your heart out. That's all right. Fnatic reclaim the outpost here as Nigma want to track down these pesky heroes and just can't get their teeth into them.
Oh, they got the wave mid, though. So the tower, that objective, it doesn't run away. So it's time to hit this, time to force something. And if MC hits a good hook, I mean, look at that, right? That's what DreamOfCell was hunting for. He's like, anyone back here. Like, is Coddle Charger trying to blast this wave? Is Tiny looking for a jump to trying to lurk in the back? They just need one little mistake, one tiny slip up, and they can be going high ground right now. And Palos, they look like they know this.
That ward, they know. They saw him on the ward.
Dust.
Palos, Blink, Lift, Armel, Jabs, they're nearby. This could end up hurting them pretty bad. The turn, the fight, they weren't ready. Sumail, he's caught by his own shards. You don't see that every day. DreamOfCell tries to find him, and there's the coil lifting him out of harm's way. Palos is out.
Okay, so they missed the kill, but they did get the mid tower. They could keep this pressure up if they want to. There's no coil. It's a bit of a risky spot on the map in some ways. They don't have the best vision here right now. Stomping, trying to slow this down, and Jabs goes for the risky play. MC, the blink. No, he doesn't go to it. He can't jaunt to the the orb.
Dude.
All right, Jabs, don't get too lippy now. All right, he's hit you before.
Jabs is like really good because he's that guy that just like he just doesn't stop talking in the game. It feels like he's constantly spamming the chat wheels, trying to annoy you a bunch. It's like the perfect offline mentality.
I appreciate his never-ending ego. You know, I like
That's right.
that.
It's a good place to be.
Well, they're grouping like they want to smoke here on the side of Nigma, or they just want to follow a creep wave. That's, you know, just stalk your waves. But no smokes means very likely to be detected. They are running around, though, with this gem, so they're just hunting for these traps right now.
Well, and what's interesting is that I kind of thought that Fnatic would have been willing to take a fight once this Aegis is expired, but they're still kind of playing this spread out, wait till late game mentality, it feels like.
Yeah, they're very close to having buyback and Daedalus on their TA, so that's probably why.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. Palos can get that. You're really hitting hard at that point. Levels-wise, it's still relatively even amongst those top cores. The big standout is Rubik, who's been able to get up to level 19, has an Aeon Disc now on top of the Blink Lotus.
Mm-hmm.
Having a hell of a game.
Yeah, still no shard yet, though. I feel like it is
one.
such a positioning game right now. Like, between the shards, between the area denial of an Elder Titan, I feel like there's just a lot of like space being controlled in these fights. Where I think that the telekinesis will be pretty huge. And oh, that is gonna be the Daedalus, and he's still 800 gold away from buyback. They're gonna smoke out with this now on Fnatic. So taking a fight somewhere further away from their base. So hopefully, you know, if they lose the high ground fight, they're probably losing the racks. Maybe there's a chance if you lose this, you can still get the push afterwards. Watch for the scythe though.
Run high ground. They spot him. Jump. Find him. About the snowball. They keep him alive. Dude, Sumail, he was so ready for that. The fight's broken for Fnatic. Can they make something of it still after the fact? Sleep onto 2, able to dodge it, and the chrono connects. Oh my god, that's pretty. Takes them both down. Januel in trouble, gets bashed, mind control chasing. They finish him off. 3 for nothing. And Sumail, the one that ran in, broke that smoke, was able to dodge the damage coming in.
Yeah, and that all comes from Armel not popping the scythe on the Tusk. Probably just saying, like, you know, I'm not going to have damage to kill him, or, like, just not believing the team's going to be there. But then the preemptive BKBs from Dreamo Cell keeps him protected, gets the chrono off, and Armel could just do nothing but watch. He can fight now without the BKBs, but yeah, that might just be too late now for Fnatic in this one. At least for this lane.
10k gold lead. They blow open the lead completely for Nigma. And like you said, they've got a lot. They've got Hex, they've got Dagon 4. They've got so much damage. And with no chrono, they would love to be able to fight. But like you mentioned, no buyback on that TA means this might be a second set of racks now too.
Oh, this is such a heavy punish. And they just can't get anything. They're like getting little sleeps off, but not able to fully get there. You can see him like pinging some of the sleeped up heroes, being like, oh, he's so low, like this Rubik or something. He had no Aeon Disc as well. So if GH gets spotted, he could die. But they are just back.
Armel is catching the next wave. So they have killed off the whole creep wave. And backdoor protection's going to come back up again. Oh, Coil. That's Puck coiled. Doesn't have a way out. Yule Scepter still in some trouble. Lift, Avalanche tosses him out. Chap saved by DJ. But then ends up losing his life for the cause. Needs to get some good side blades here. What can they do? They pull him in. Blink back Palos. Wanting to find a target, but look at how little damage this Pudge takes. They got to get something here. They got to be careful, though, too.
I don't know. Is he looking to get, like, some cash back on this thing? Is this a, like, brand new scythe, never used? Is he going to sell it at the end of the game?
It's not the way that they wanted it to go.
There
Pulls
it is.
him out. Dreamless Cell right on top. Sumail survives. Not going to get hit by the stomp. Meanwhile, they jump in. Paolo's caught. Silence trying to interrupt, but dead. And no buyback again for the TA. Nigma, they know that they got this one. If they just keep the chase going, the lift back, Coddle gone. once used, and not nearly enough value out of it.
Can I get a Dagon? Can we get a Zap at the very least?
Game is looking rough. Tier 4 towers gonna be hit now. Enigma Galaxy on the verge here of moving up in this group stage. A pivotal match for them. They try and get out, but the coil snap because GH had it again. They force staff, try and keep Armel alive. Toss back into the fountain. Okay. Dreamo Cell goes down. It's a lot of shared gold there. Can they get anything else? That might have just saved the game for them because he had Chrono back up.
Yeah, that was getting a little spooky. Sometimes you wind up in the fountain. It happens to the best of us.
That's true.
Dire are scanning.
Do you want to, if you, well, hold on, we'll get there in a second, but DJ lifted, mind control right on top of him. And Fnatic in a moment, oh, they find the hook even while he slept. Don't think it's going to matter, though. They lose DJ. And Jabs trying to find a way out. They jump forward, find Armel again. Force staff to the low ground, trying to survive, but the king is on him. Gets the kill. No buyback on either the Coddle or the TA. The Pudge does fall. Oh, excuse me, not the TA. The Puck or the Tiny. Coddle dead, and now Januel dead. Palos, the last one left alive, and he too will fall. Triple kill for Sumail to end it. And Nigma Galaxy take the first game in this series.
Very interesting game. Like, you know, I said earlier, it was pretty even out of the laning stage. And very action-packed, obviously, as Mana with 37 and 19 in terms of the kills. But Nigma Galaxy, they had a lot of pressure on them in terms of the kills they had to hunt for this game, particularly going for the double blink build of the Tusk and the Pudge. And they did, for the most part, succeed.